Hello everybody, welcome to Daily Vlog. Day 14, we just showered and got our feathers blow dried. However, we're having a bit of a separation issue because I want to do a face mask, which she can't be on. And I'm like, be here, and then I'll turn away, and I'm walking away. Are you good now? Are you gonna fly here? She's been flying to get me, not to bite or anything, just to be with me. No, you're not going to do it now that I turned on camera. Can I put my face mask on? Can I do that now? Okay, maybe we can. I just feel like doing a face mask today, you know? And I have, wait, where is my mask? Mask of Magnum Minty from Lush. And this is my favorite mask. But obviously, you can't have a parrot on you because she will try to eat it. I don't know why I'm using my camera for the mirror here. I don't know. I just felt like showing you guys. It's a mask. Ah! Occasionally, I do skincare. Contrary to what you've seen my face look like the past several days. But we're going to be going out later. But we might have a big change of plans. Actually, we are going to have a huge change of plans for what was going on this month. So the Florida trip has been canceled. But I don't know what, I haven't decided what we're doing instead. Because either, like, I fully cancel the vacation, like I already have the approved time off, or I do something else. Now, I can't afford to, like, go anywhere else right now, so it'd really just be a staycation. Oh, don't start, look. I'm nervous. You can't hang out with me right now. You can stay in the window and look at your friend. Her friend's in the window. The cat is there. So yeah, I don't know if I'll do a staycation or if I'll just like cancel my PTO and save it for another time. I don't know. We still have cosign to do. That's not changed. But I don't know. I need to discuss things with people and figure out what we're going to do. But for now, we're going to face mask and refresh my face. Don't I look beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Oh, yes. I'll just keep it like this forever. Hello. Are we beautiful now? Look at my skin. Focus camera and look at my pores. Are they pretty? Am I beautiful? No. And you're allowed to be on me now. Congratulations. Are you happy? Are you? Have kisses? Mwah. 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 Nothing. Just here, hanging out. We've got some books to review. Two books to review. So the first one we're going to talk about is After by Savannah Jazelski. I don't know why we are Russian again. There's nothing Russian about this book. So this is an indie. It is on the TBR. It was the book I picked for the word buildings because there are some buildings in the background there. So it's a grim, dark, low, well, kind of not low, but mid fantasy. It's a little bit weird. I'm still fairly confused about the magic system in this, and also the zombie aspect. Like, there's kind of zombies, but not how you think. Like, they're called creepers, and they definitely are the dead, but they don't necessarily, like, they don't, like, crave the brains, and, like, his job title is called a spook, and they, like, corral them to this place called the Neverway, which is, I guess, a giant gorge or something, and they just let them live there. They don't try to get rid of them, really. They just kind of keep them away. It's very weird because there's like a faction. There's some people who are like, yes, get rid of them all. And then other people are like, no, they're our loved ones. And I'm like, but they're dead, yo. Like, what are you doing? It's a little weird, a little loose that way. But that's also not the main aspect of this book at all, which I thought it was going to be, but it's not. It's really about this man and him taking care of his family and also solving some mystery stuff. Yeah. So Conrad Ellis III. Here's another weird thing about this. Is so in the book, it's his name, like they call him E-L-I, right? Which to me is Eli. However, when he introduces himself to one of the characters early on, because he's helping transport a senator to the emperor or something, and introduces himself, and she's like, oh, it sounds like a girl's name. And I'm like, how does Eli sound like a girl's name? And you realize as he's talking, it's because they call him, because he has a twin named Roman. For some reason, they don't call him Conrad. They call him Ellie, short for Ellis, but they spell it E-L-I. And I'm like, that doesn't read well, because I constantly was calling him Eli, but I have to remember it's Ellie because it's supposed to sound like a girl's name or something. I don't know. I found that very strange, and like you could have just added another L, or you could spell it like the girl's name, because it's still just a nickname. You don't have to spell it masculine, but not give it the masculine pronunciation. I'm very confused on that point. Anyway, that's a small nitpicky thing. This is fairly well written though, I would say. It does do one incident of let out the breath we didn't know we were holding. Got one on that. We all know that's my pet peeve. And this man is really bad at being bamboozled by women dressed as men. Basically. Twice this happens to this guy. And it's not like they're trans characters or anything. They're just in disguise. One that he'd taken care of for a long time. I don't actually know the timeline on that either, on how long they were taking care of Puck. But it felt like they were taking care of Puck for a long time. But based on the situation here and what they were doing, I'm not sure. Very confused on that point. Yeah. There's also a very slow burn romance with like no payoff. Like it kind of pays off, but you don't get to witness the payoff. I will say that that's a part that I wasn't too happy about. Granted, again, this book is more about him and his relationship with his brothers, his stepbrothers. It's a little bit found family and a little bit real family. So he has a brother named Ivan. He has a brother named Victor, and his twin brother Roman. Now Roman has gone off to live a better life in the capital, basically. Left them all behind, and he's very bitter about it. And so it's him, I'm gonna take care of my family, and he's constantly reminding you that he's the sole caretaker, because his dad's useless, or stepdad, I guess, is useless. And, is this a stepdad? I don't know if it's real dad or it's his stepdad. It's the old man. I think it's his real dad, maybe. And so he's a spook, and that's how he earns money. There's also a plague across this place called the Affliction, which is how creepers come to be, basically. And there's also these magic people called spinners. I still don't know what spinners actually do. I'm very confused as to what the limitations of spinner work is, but a healing is a big one, okay? But then there's some other stuff that I'm just like, I don't understand. And there was an old spinner war that made spinners go underground and hide, and yeah, it's weird. So anyway, he witnesses this murder, and there's a witness, there's a girl that he finds, and he's searching for her all over the place, and she's a very traumatized woman as well. But I guess she is the caretaker of the girl who has been hanging out with him in disguise as a boy. And he's also constantly trying to protect his younger brother, Victor, who's just so pure and innocent. And I'm like, you don't get enough page time with Victor to really see that, but I guess he is. But due to them helping out this girl and her secret and this bad, evil spinner man who's after them, they get tangled up in a lot of other things that forces him to swap places, parent trap the emperor, basically, and pretend to be his brother, while trying to rescue Victor, who gets kidnapped because he wants to do an exchange for his brother. It's complicated. It's hard to explain it. Like, it is a decent book. The downside is I don't think we're ever actually going to get the full sequel, or she changed it and decided that Spectre is the sequel, because you get a little, where is it at? It says at the end you get a sneak peek into Spectre, which is a Neverway novella, book 1.5. That's what it says in the book itself. But like if you go on Goodreads and stuff, Spectre is now listed as number 2. I don't know. I don't know if this book is right for me per se, just because I'm not a huge fan of like the grimdark stuff. I was really kind of annoyed with the lack of the payoff with the romance, because you know me, I'm a romance girl. I love some romance, and it just was, it was slow burn, and then I got nothing for it. I got a small confession, and then the epilogue, and they're married. And I don't like that. I don't like that jump to not giving me the satisfaction of witnessing the courtship, really witnessing the actual marriage, witnessing this. I don't like being left out of that. That's just a pet peeve. Like that, I mean, even if you did it like this, if you gave me a novella with that interim, I'd be happy, but we don't. And I don't think Savannah Zazowski is actually continuing this series. This was written back in like 2015 or something, and this version was published 2017. But I think the original was 2015. And she's had a lot of other books come out since then. So I don't think Neverway is actually being touched anymore. But in general, it does stand on its own. I will say that. It does have a solid ending. It does leave you unsatisfied, especially in terms of where the brothers are. It does kill my favorite character. And this is a trope I don't like, is where you have a character whose sole purpose, like they discuss this, like, oh, my purpose was to do something great with my life. And other characters is like, oh, my purpose was to die for you. No, no, I hate that trope. No, that is just, I don't believe anyone in this world is brought here to be a side character. Everyone is the main character of their own story. And that's a trope I freaking hate. When you give us a character who also had a lot of growth to do, and I wanted to see him grow more, and then you're just like, oh, it's his purpose to die. No, no. No. Now that is a trope I personally do not like. Maybe you do, but I'm not a fan of that. I think that's really disrespectful to the individual. Okay? Okay? It didn't make sense for his character to just die. I think he had a lot more story to be told, but we never will be told. Yeah, that's my complaint there. But overall, prose-wise, it's pretty good. I didn't have any complaints that way. It's fairly well edited. There's maybe a couple typos or whatever, but who cares? Yeah, this is not like a horribly offensive indie as I've read in the past. This is fairly well done. There are some other parts where I'm like, there was a little bit gender essentialism with the main. It's weird because this is written by a woman, but it's a male main character, and the way the male main character thinks of women is a little bit strange to me. I mean, he has growth. That's the biggest thing. The character does get a lot of growth in this. But when we start out with him, I'm just like, y'all, you can chill out a little bit. So I don't know how I feel about that exactly. You can read it and find out if you want to. But yeah, I got this in a Phoenix crate years ago, so that's all I've got. That's what I've got about After. It's not bad. I'm giving it 3.5 stars. I will give it that. Just not necessarily a book for my tastes, but still an enjoyable read. Cool. Now we're going to talk about the first true 5-star read that I've read so far this year, and that is Sisters of Sword and Song by Rebecca Ross. This is now my second Rebecca Ross book, and I love this. Now, I read A River Enchanted last year, which is an adult book. This is a YA, but I love this so much more. I gave River Enchanted, I think I gave it 4.5 stars. This is a solid 5-star read. It is a standalone fantasy, which is already a big plus, because as much as I do love series and stuff, I love me a good standalone fantasy. And this one is fully contained. It's got such an expansive world. It has a lot. It has a lot going for it. I love the magic system. I love the characters. We have 2 POVs, obviously. We have sisters. We have Halcyon and Evadne, and Halcyon is accused of murder, and in her sentence, she's sentenced to like 5 years in the quarry, 5 years doing this, and 5 years serving in this household. And Evadne is like, let me serve my sisters. Let me do half her time. And they're just like, no, you'll do the 5 years of servitude for the family of the son that she killed. And so she agrees, and she gets wrapped up with that family, and the brother, who is also magic. and they're trying, there's actually like a secret society because the queen of this place used to be this great, amazing queen, and then all of a sudden she's changing all her policies to be really bad and taxing and really making the rest of the common people suffer a lot, and people are trying to figure out what the hell. Lo and behold, obviously there's magic involved and changing of personalities and things, and but they're trying to find these relics from the gods because there's a very nice polytheistic religion in this one, with these different gods, and these gods supposedly left relics, and if you possess a relic you get magic. And so there's a new policy, a new law that's like, if you find a relic you have to turn it in. It used to be if you find the relic it's yours, and now you are in the upper crust of society. Different stuff. So there's a secret underground association that her sister was a part of, and now Evadne is being brought into it via the brother. And they're trying to find this one to help save the queen, or the empress. And wait, queen? Empress? God, now I'm confusing both these books with their monarchies. Anyway, yeah, but it's so well done. I love Rebecca Ross's writing style in general. Like, you couldn't, like, when people say, oh, it's a YA book, like, you don't recognize this as YA because of what the stereotype of YA is. Like, I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding, even though that's an adult book, and this is YA. This does not have that phrase. But her prose is just very beautiful, and I love that. And I love the character building that we have. I love the high stakes that we endure for this. And it wraps up so beautifully, and there is such good payoff for all of the characters by the end. That, I mean, like, it is a standalone, but I would not mind going back into this world. I would not mind it. I just, the entire world that was built in there, even if it's not the same characters, just like a companion in the world, happy to go back. I really, really, really enjoyed this. I thought it was very well crafted. This was also the random word generator, which was ruin, and that was, for sure, ruin was an apt buzzword kind of thing for this. I loved it. I really, really loved it. I don't have any complaints. I really don't. Sisters of Sword and Song, absolutely fantastic read. Fantastic. We have another Rebecca Ross book to get to, but that's not the next queue. I have the 2 classics on the audiobooks to get to next. It'll be great. And then our next physical read is The Devouring Grey. Cool. Those are the reviews. 2 reviews. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a 3rd. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get out of this weird bad lighting. I'm gonna start working on stuff. I've got a spinner wheel going. I kind of want to focus my attention on specific things today. I will be going out later tonight. You won't see that. I'll try to do this video way before then. Cool. We are going to spin a wheel, because that's how I run my life. And we're gonna read my friend's book because he put up a new chapter, and I'm gonna read and commentate on that. Cool. Bye.
It's a baby body. Baby body, baby body. So good, little baby. Little baby body. This one right here. Baby little baby body. Baby little baby body. She's a little baby. She's a baby broad. This one. Right here. Yes. Got a little loose feather here on the wing. Should we get that in place? Or you like it? You like it sticking out. We like this one sticking out. Okay. So this is what I do with a lot of my time. I just admire Mumble. And I sing. And I play with her. So I just get distracted because she's so flippin' cute. Look at her. Look at her. You're so cute. Literally. So much of my time is spent on this baby. Hi. Can you focus on the baby? There she is. Just look at her. Okay? Would you not be obsessed if you had this baby right here? Would you not? Because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this baby. This is a baby. This is a baby. This is a baby body. It's a baby mambo. She's a baby, she's so pretty. It's a baby girl. Yeah, yeah, it's a baby. It's a birdie. It's a baby mambo girl. All we do is sing all day. We like to sing and click, sing and click. We gotta sing and click, sing and click. Sometimes we just like to listen to my mom sing to me, but sometimes we click along. Sometimes we're quiet, but not often. Sometimes we like to click a lot. Sometimes we like to screech a lot. Other times when we are quiet, that usually means we are being a bad girl, but that's okay, because we're so stinking cute. Stinking cute. It's a mumbo. It's a baby. It's a mumbo. This is what I do with my free time. I don't do anything else. Just sing to a mumbo. Sing to the baby. New track coming out on iTunes.
Hello all again. I have put a face on. Hello. Because we're going out in a couple hours. However, some news. I've been saying I've been going to Florida, and that's no longer happening. However, I am going somewhere else. However, on that one, I likely will not be able to daily vlog while I'm there. And that's not meaning I'm not going to be filming, but I don't think I'll be able to like put up a video every day because internet connection where I'm going, not great. But I'm going to see my sister who lives in the middle of nowhere. And I'll see my nephew and my bombadil. So I will film and stuff. But it just won't be every single day uploading. So I don't know if this will count as a fail or not for it, but yeah, that's news. The ticket is now done and everything. So we're gonna do that. What's really funny is my layover is in LaGuardia, and I can only think of the SNL skit about LaGuardia. So I'm a little nervous to fly there. We'll see though. And hopefully nothing bad happens for the flight, because I am kind of scared of flying, despite how much of it I've done. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to continue getting ready to go out. Well, not really. This is as much as I really needed to do, and then change clothing because I'm in PJs. We live in PJs here. If I don't have to leave the house, I'm in PJs. But yeah, cool. So that's it for today's video. Have a fun day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.